Om Shri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Sthapakaya cha Dharmasya Sarvadharmasvarupine Avatar Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya Te Namaha. Offering my special pranams, my Sastanga pranams at the feet of Ramachandra Prabhu, Mother Sita, Lakshmana and Hanuman. Please accept my heartfelt pranams to all of you. I think April 1st is fast approaching. There was once a minister who discussed in the parliament and brought about a special problem. He told, excessive use of solar power. We are using a lot of solar power from the sun. It may make sun cooler and soon it would be dangerous. So stop using solar power. When I heard this foolish statement of the minister, I remembered another great statement by Mother Meera in her beautiful song on Sri Ramachandra. You all know it's a familiar song. What is that song? Payo ji maine Ram Ratan Dhan payo. I found Ram Ratan, the costliest diamond. No more jewel can be costlier than that. What is that? Ram Ratan Dhan payo. Vastuna amolika. You cannot give any value to it. The diamonds, that diamond, this diamond, you can give value to it. But this diamond which I have found in the form of Rama Nama, I cannot give value at all. It will not go down like that minister's sun, power of the sun. If you use solar energy, it will not go down. But this value of Rama Nama, she tells in that song, Vastuna Amolik Di Mere Sat Guru. My Guru, the Sat Guru, has given me this valuable diamond. Then she tells, the thief cannot steal it. If you have a diamond or some ruby or gold, the thief can steal it. But can anybody steal the costliest diamond I have, Ramanam? No. Chorana lutai, karuchaina kutai vako. Chorana lutai. What is that? How much ever you use that wealth, it will never go down. Suppose you have a balance of some million rands, let us hope. You will be spending every day some 10,000 rands. So the bank balance will go down. But this wealth which I have in the form of Ram Ratana, how much ever you use it, it will not get devalued. Then what is the other speciality? Din din badat savayo payoji maine. The more you use, the value becomes more and more. As if you use the bank account, 10,000 rands, the 1 million rands will become 10 million rands. It is just like that, or even more. So that is Ramanama. Our Meera Bhai tells, Payoji maine Ram Ratan Dhan payo. So that is the value of this wonderful Ramanama. Now, yesterday, day before yesterday, I gave you the literal meaning, Sanskrit meaning of Rama, the word Rama. Let us go to another special meaning of the word Rama. So when you have to tell, Ra, Ma. See, you first open up the mouth, Ra. Then after that you will tell Ma. So what is the meaning given by that? They tell when you open up your mouth, Ra, then all the deep-rooted sins which are in your blood, in your muscles, in your bone marrow, the moment you tell Ra, that will be pushed out of your body. Then when you tell Ma, what will happen? All the negativities, all the sins, the terrible sins which you have committed, when you tell Ra, it goes out. When you open the mouth, when it goes out, then you tell Ma, what happens? Ma. The lips are closed, you see. It will become like a fort. It will become like a barrier. And no more sins or negativity can enter inside again. That is the meaning of or the value of Ra, Ma. Ra, open the mouth, then all the sins goes out. Ma, it becomes a fort and it will not allow any negativity and also the sins to come in again. What a beautiful name, isn't it? The Rama. Then yesterday we were discussing about the ideal, the principle of Rama. So now the thing is to be noted here. What is that? How to make our people hold on to good ideal or morality. There was a pharmaceutical company owner. They do a lot of R&D, research. For what? For producing many medicines, isn't it? So now one of the doctor is asking the pharmaceutical company owner, sir, when a drug, you do so many researches for tablets and medicines, when one of the drug fails clinical trial, so much of money will be wasted. What will you do with that? So the owner told, we use that molecular formula to make pesticides. If it fails here, then what can, because that is death to man. So what will I use? We will use it for pesticides. So morality is going down. So Rama stands for that wonderful morality. What does morality mean? Swami Vivekananda tells, if we can explain morality or ethics with basic minimum words, how can we explain it? Swami Vivekananda tells, the minimum words, if you can explain about morality or ethics, is, he tells, all that is selfish is immoral, unethical. All that is unselfish is moral, ethical. See what a wonderful explanation given by Swami Vivekananda. All that is selfish is immoral, basic minimum. All that is unselfish is moral, selflessness. Rama stands for unselfishness, sacrifice. And again, you have to note that what is the basics of spirituality? Perfect self-abnegation. What is that? Unselfishness. To kill our ego, to kill our selfishness. That is the basics of spiritual life. So Rama stood for that highest ideal. Now we shall see another beautiful statement of Swami Vivekananda. Why should we keep Rama as our ideal? Why should we follow any ideal? Swami Vivekananda tells, if a person with, or suppose let us first take the negative portion. If a person without an ideal in his life, if he commits 50,000 mistakes, a person with ideal may commit 10,000 mistakes. Which is better, 50,000 or 10,000? So that's why Vivekananda tells, have an ideal in life. So when you have Rama, who is the epitome of all ideals, perfection. What is the another special name of Rama? Maryada Purushottama, the best, the topmost person in morality, ethics, ideal, perfection. That's why Purusha Uttama. Purusha means man or human being. Uttama means the best. So when you keep Ramachandra as your ideal, then if you, without any ideal, if you commit 50,000 mistake, then when we see the beautiful life of Rama, then we may commit 10,000 mistake. Which is better, 10,000 or 50,000? So Vivekananda tells, keep an ideal in front of you. Now, I will take you through one beautiful story told by none other than Swami Vivekananda, where we will come to know the speciality of the name of Rama. Swami Vivekananda delivered this lecture in Shakespeare Club, Pasadena, California, January 31st, 1900. Swami Vivekananda delivered this lecture. Swami Vivekananda tells here, there are two great epics in Sanskrit language, which are very ancient, of course. There are hundreds of other epic poems. The Sanskrit language and literature have been continued down to the present day, although for more than 2000 years, it has ceased to be spoken language. I'm now going to speak to you of the two most ancient epics called the Ramayana and Mahabharata. They embody the manners and customs, the state of society, civilization, etc. of the ancient Indians. The oldest of these epics is called Ramayana, the life of Rama. There was some poetical literature before this in the Vedas. Most of the Vedas, the sacred books of the Hindus, are written in a sort of meter, chandas. Just like Gayatri Chandas, that mantra, the name is not Gayatri, it is the Chandas, the meter. The real name of that mantra is Savitri mantra. That's why Savitur Varenyam. The Chandas, the meter is Gayatri. Like that, all the Vedic mantras are in meter, Chandas. Just like we have the Shakespearean poetry where you will have that meter, Chandas, couplet, and other things. They've sonnet, you will call it. In Hindi, it is called Doha, Chaupe. They're all meters. So now the Vedas have the meters. But this book, Ramayana, is held by common consent in India as the very beginning of poetry. It's called Adi Kavya. Who wrote this? The name of the poet or sage was Valmiki. Why did he get this name, Valmiki? Later on, a great many poetical stories were fastened. It became very general practice now to have great poetries, but none can come near this poet Valmiki who made this Ramayana. Now, let us see what this Valmiki did. His older name was Ratnakara. He was a young man that could not in any way support his family. He was strong and vigorous and finally became a highway robber. He attacked people in the street and robbed them. And with that money, he supported his father, mother, wife, and children. This went on continuously until one day, a great saint called Narada Muni was passing by. He is having only one instrument, stringed instrument, Tanpura. And he has one distinct tala, nothing else. This fellow Ratnakara went and attacked him and he wanted to rob him. When there is no money, what will the thieves do? They will kill them out of anger. So this Narada Muni is a saint. He doesn't have any money. So caught hold of him to rob him. No money. What is he is going to kill him? Until one day, a great saint called Narada was passing by and the robber attacked him. So was about to kill him because he doesn't have any money. He himself is a poor man. Now the sage Narada Muni asked the robber, why are you going to rob me and kill me? It's a great sin to rob human beings and kill them. What do you incur all this for? The robber said, Ratnakara said, why? I want to support my family with that money. And now said the sage, do you think The family you are supporting, father, mother, brother, sister, wife, children, they all share your loot, the money you bring. Will they share your sins? That made him to think. They all share your earnings. Do they share your sins? Yes, yes, they all love me. Certainly they will share everything. They all love me. Very good, said the sage. Make me safe by tying me up here, tie me to this tree, while you go home and ask your people whether they will share your sins. In the same way they are sharing the money you make, the loot you make. The man accordingly went to his father and asked, Father, do you know how I support you? Father told, No, I do not know. I am a robber. I am a highway robber and I kill person to rob them. What? You rob? My son, get away from me, you outcast. Now, father will not accept his sin. He then went to his mother and asked her, Mother, do you know how I support you? No, she replied, through robbery and murder. How terrible it is, cried the mother. Will you share my sins? Why should I share your sins? It's your duty to protect your mother. I will not share your sins. The son now went to the wife and questioned her, Do you know how I maintain you? No, she responded. Why? I'm a highwayman. I'm killing people and robbing them, he rejoined. And for years, I've been robbing people. That is how I support and maintain you. And what I now want to know is whether you are ready to share my sin. By no means. You are my husband, and it's your duty to support me. I will share only the loot, not your sin. Gone case. Children, the same thing. Now he came to know what? I did all these things for my children, wife, mother. Nobody is ready to share the sins. They're only ready to share your loot. What will happen? The eyes of this robber were opened. That's why that is the way of the world. Even my nearest relative for whom I have been robbing will not share in my destiny. He came back running to the sage where he had bound Narada Muni, unfastened his bond, fell at his feet, recounted everything and said, Save me, O Rishi. What can I do? The sage told him, Give up your present course of life. You see that none of your family really loves you. So give up all this delusion. They will share your prosperity and loot. But the moment you have nothing, all will desert you. There is none who will share in your evils and sins, but they will all share in your good. Therefore, worship Him, the Lord, who alone stands by you, whether you are good or evil. He never leaves you. So that is what he told, and he became the guru and gave him the mantra. What is the mantra he gave? Because now this fellow is a sinner, such a great sinner. He didn't give Rama. He gave it reverse. Ma-ra. Why? First he had to stop him from getting sins, any further sins inside. So he gave the word Rama in the reverse way. Mara. He repeated. Go on repeating Mara 10 times. Mara, 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 Rama came up, you see. Mara, 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 Rama, Rama. So Rama. So he went on repeating and repeating. That's all, nothing else. All is impermanent. Nobody is your own. The Lord is only your own. He became deep. He got deep renunciation. He started repeating Mara, Mara, Mara. The sage taught him how to worship, and this man left everything and went into the forest. They went on praying and meditating until he forgot himself so entirely that the ants, the termites came and built ant hill over him. Not conscious. Ant hill grew over him, big ant hill, and he was quite unconscious. He was only conscious about Rama. After many years had passed, many years, a voice came out. Arise, O sage. Thus aroused, he exclaimed, "Sage? You're calling me a sage? I'm a robber." "No more you are a robber," answered the voice. "A purified sage art thou. Thine old name is gone. But now, since the meditation on the word Mara or Rama was so deep and great that you didn't not remark even, you didn't even notice the anthill which surrounded thee, henceforth thy name shall be Valmiki." In Sanskrit, Valmika means anthill. So Valmiki means he forgot his body and everything, the world, and anthill grew over him while he was meditating on Rama. That's why he gets the name Valmiki. See, just by the repetition of the name, a highway robber, a sinner, greatest of the sinner, became a sage. And we remember even today he could write Ramayana. So if we repeat with Rama with love, what all benefit can all of us get? That is the speciality of Rama. And now I will share you one story by which you will come to know. Don't worry about how much work you will do to the Lord. Don't worry about that. The Lord will see only your heart. The work may be very small. Don't worry. So what happened? You know, when we were small children in India, they used to show us some animals, small animals. See that squirrels going there. Yes, we used to notice. What is the speciality? Can you see 3 marks on the back of the squirrels? Yes, I can see it. Do you know how that marks have come? We do not know. Lord Ramachandra had given that in Treta Yuga. Is it? How? When Rama was building the bridge to Sri Lanka, all the Vanara, Shuras, Hanuman, they were bringing mountains, big rocks and putting there into the ocean to build the bridge. The squirrels were watching. Oh, they are all serving Lord Ramachandra. We are so small, we can't do anything. What shall we do? We should also serve Ramachandra and get his blessings. Okay, what did the squirrels do? They went to the ocean. They dipped their tail into the water. They dipped the whole body into the water. Then they went to the sand, rolled on the sand, rolled their tail. The sand got stuck up into the body and to the tail. Then two small pebbles in one hand and in one mouth. They started carrying, you know how the squirrels run? They ran and they started shaking their body, putting the sand. To build a bridge, you need sand, isn't it? Mortar. So they put sands and little pebble. Now one of the big Vanara coming there saw this squirrel. He was carrying such a big mountain or a stone. Now he's going to trip on that. Or if he steps on it, that squirrel become chutney. So now he was about to trip. He stopped and told, "Get away, squirrel, don't disturb our path." He told, no, we too want to serve Rama. No, we are in a hurry, get away. He bat it, threw it like this. It flew. It flew and came near Rama. It was about to fall. Rama caught hold of it. And he told, do not do like that. Whatever little service he's doing out of his great devotion to me, I respect it. Never disrespect a devotee, even though if it is a small thing which he's doing to me. So, because of your service, I'm going to give you a reward. So, he with great love, Rama patted his 3 fingers on the back of the squirrel. So, the mark of Rama's finger is there only in India. If you go and see there, you will see the squirrel has those 3 marks. Our parents used to show us, see, Rama's 3 fingers are there. So that we call it as in India as squirrel seva, squirrel service. What is that? I can't do bigger things. I can't donate millions of rands. I can't do much of the work like the intelligent people, but I can do small service. The Lord looks at your heart. So that is called squirrel seva. We use the term in India always, squirrel seva, squirrel seva. So don't be worried about that you can't do big things. Small things with devotion, Lord will be pleased. Now, quickly I will take you to Ramayana. Yesterday I took about ideal couple, ideal wife, ideal this thing. So now let us see the beautiful other ideals. What are the ideals? Now Ramachandra has been banished to the forest for 14 years by Kaikeyi, mother. So Darsharatha has to do that. So Rama, Sita, Lakshmana have come to the forest. They have come to Chitrakuta. They have built a small hut, ashrama there in the forest, and they're leaving. Now Bharata came back. He saw what happened. He was so much unhappy. He was very unhappy with the mother Kaikeyi. Scolded him and told, "What have you done? I will not rule this kingdom." Now the father couldn't bear the separation. Dasharatha, out of heart attack, he passed away. Couldn't bear the separation from Rama. Now the mothers, all the three mothers, the Rishi, Vasishtha Rishi, everybody. Now Bharata told, "I will go back to Rama, bring back Rama and coronate him. I don't want this." Such was the love of this brother to his elder brother. He came running and running. All the others followed. He came forward. Now he saw at far the Chitrakuta ashram where Rama lived in his kutir. Now Bharata is panting and puffing and running and coming to his brother. He want to see. He had found his brother. In a few moments, he would return to Rama, the kingdom which had been stolen from by his mother. Rama would come back with him to Ayodhya, and there would be nothing but joy and joy everywhere from now on. Thoughts like this chased each other across his mind like white fleecy clouds racing the sky. They had come very near the ashram. Now they walked a longer along the banks of river Mandakini. They ascended a slight slope, and all of a sudden they were near the ashrama of Rama. He looked again. He saw his brother Rama seated in front of the fire. Rama, now because no oil, forest, where do you get the oil? The hair has got matted. He's not wearing the costly cloths. He's wearing the wooden barks of the tree. No dress in the forest. Vanished to the forest. Rama, matted hair, bark of the tree. Rama with his hair matted and tangled, with his noble figure covered by tree bark and deer skin, looking like a flame himself. Rama sat facing that fire with his wide shoulder. Rama is called Ajanubahu. You know what is meant by Ajanubahu? Janu means this one, the thighs down. Ajanu means if he keeps his hand like this, the hand will touch that portion. He had such a long hand, so it's called Ajanubahu, and big shoulders. You can imagine this is very useful for meditation. So Rama sat in front of the fire, the prince who should have ruled the world, which had the sea as its boundary, now sat like Brahma on Darbha, grass spread on the floor, with Sita by his side. Lakshmana was standing near him with his arms locked and crossed his chest, ready to do the bidding of Rama. Lakshmana was standing there. Bharata stood still for a long moment. His limbs refused to bear him. He then rushed towards Rama. He could not see properly since tears were clouding his eyes. His sorrow was like the sea which had burst its boundary. He rushed towards Rama. What did he do? He stood thus for a while and then spoke in a voice that shook with tears. "My brother Ramachandra, my brother, who should be seated in the court, served by myriad attendants and courtiers, is now seated on the floor, covered by darbha grass and attended by the animals of the forest as his subject. This great prince, who should wear nothing but the softest of the silk, is wearing tree bark since he is righteous. How is it possible for him to live with this matted hair? I have seen sandal paste covering those glorious arms and that wide chest, and I now see dust from the air clinging to his body and covering him." Now you noted, why do we offer sandal paste to gods? That was used as a moisturizer. It is medicated thing. It is very good for the skin. It keeps your body cool. So that's why we offer any flower, anything to the god with sandal paste. Rama, who should have been wearing the sandal paste, now the dust of the forest is covering. He has been accustomed only to the comforts. Such a man is undergoing this rigorous life. All these things have happened because of me. The censure of the world is on me, and I should have died before seeing this plight of Rama. Bharata, with his face drenched in tears, advanced towards Rama, fell flat down even before reaching his feet. He looked at Rama and could just say, Rama, Rama, my beloved brother, and could say no more. Shatrughna, who was with Bharata all the while, fell along with Bharata at the feet of Ramachandra. Rama raised them up and embracing them, he too shed tears. It was a very tender meeting of the four brothers. They looked like the sun and the moon with Shukra and Brihaspati besides them. That was the thought in the mind of Sumantra who was there. Now Rama wiped the tears and looked at Bharata again and again. He saw Bharata Bharata is also wearing tree bark and he has also matted hair. He could not be easily recognized, so thin and emaciated had he become, covered with dust and dimmed with the coarse cloth he was wearing. Bharata looked like a sun which had fallen on the earth at the end of the yuga. Rama embraced him again and again. He placed him on his lap as he would a child and asked him, my dear brother, my child, it is not right that you should come to the forest thus, since our father is alive and ruling the country. I have not seen you for quite a while since you have gone to the city of your grandfather. Now it seems to me you look travel straight and worn out. Why did you come to the forest? You should not have left Father Dasharatha alone at home. I hope he's bearing barely, and the separation and all of us is so full. He was so full of love for all of us. Tell me, how is my father Dasharatha, that saintly king who has won for himself the other world by his righteous deeds? See, a father who has banished him to forest, how respectful Rama is to him. No remorse, no anger, no revengeful attitude. How is my father? How is he? Tell me all about everyone in Ayodhya and tell me, why have you come to the forest? Bharata looked with red eyes at Rama and said, Rama, I'm an outcast from righteousness, dharma, and the observance of it. I have therefore adopted this tree bark. My Lord, Emperor of the world, no younger brother inherits the throne when his elder brother is alive. This has been the code of our family, Ikshvaku Vamsha. If you wish to bless Ayodhya, please come back with me. For the good of the country and all of us, please come back and be crowned. You have to rule the kingdom, which is now an orphan. The moment he used the word orphan, Rama was shocked. Bharata paused for a moment, not knowing how to proceed. Rama noted the hesitant voice and he also noted the word orphan. In a voice full of concern, Sri Ramachandra asked Bharata, orphan, why do you call the country by the name? By that name? Our father Dasharatha is ruling the kingdom, and with him as father, how can Kosala or Ayodhya be called as orphaned? Bharata sobbed out, it is orphaned, my lord. When I was away in Kekaya, when you left for the forest with Sita and Lakshmana, our father, the saint among men, was gathered to his forefathers. He left his body. He couldn't bear your separation. He loved you so much. He was not able to bear the separation from you, and he died mourning your absence. He lived only for just 5 days after you left. When Sumantra came back to Ayodhya and told him that you had gone beyond the river Ganga, the king's heart broke and died that night itself. Rama, please offer tarpana to him, to your father, do the obsequious ceremony. Last rites, I paid him homage of an Anjali of water, and so has Shatrughna. But the soul of a departed person is satisfied only when the Anjali is offered by his near and dear one. And brother, you have ever been dear to our father. You were his favorite. Father thought only of you. He would look only at you. And when you left him and went away, he was sorely distressed. His eyes, which were ever resting on your beloved face, could not see anything else. His mind, which was always set on you, could not be withdrawn from thoughts of you. And sorrow was the disease which killed our father. So he was meditating on Rama and gave up his life. Rama, see now, Rama's love towards his father is so deep. Can you imagine? The Lord himself, the Parabrahma Swarupa, the Paramatma Swarupa, the Avatara of Vishnu, Rama fell down unconscious with sorrow. How much love for his father. Rama fell down senseless when he heard this news. He was a shattered man. He loved his father just as much as Dasharatha loved him. And his tragic death of the king was terrible. When he realized that it was because of him that the king had died, Rama's grief knew no bounds. Trained as he was in controlling all his feeling, this sorrow, however, proved to be too much for Ramachandra. The news hit him like a thunderbolt hurled by Indra. Now, the brothers and Sita sprinkled water on Ramachandra, who was unconscious, and tried to revive him. After a while, Sri Ramachandra woke up from his faint and he wept like a child. I had hopes of finishing this exile of mine and coming back to Ayodhya to grasp the feet of my beloved father in my hands. Now there is nothing left for me in Ayodhya. You tell me that the king died, my father Dasharatha has died as a result of the sorrow caused by me. I was not fortunate enough even to perform the funeral rites of my father. Even though I am his eldest son, what is the use of my being alive? You and Shatrughna are fortunate since you could do your duty to your father and perform the samskaras. Kosala is indeed orphaned. You spoke right. I have no desire to come back to Ayodhya. Even after the termination of the 14 years, my father will not be there. Will I never set my eyes on my father again? Will I never call him father again? Will I never hear him calling me, oh dear Ramachandra, in that extremely loving voice of Rama? Rama wept for a while and turning to Sita, he said, Sita, did you hear what Bharata said? Your father-in-law is dead. Lakshmana, you have lost your father. Now, this was the love of Rama towards his father. Is it this ideal child for us to learn? What a beautiful love for his brothers, for his father. Now, there is such a big thing to explain how Bharata tried to force Rama to come back to Ayodhya, but he didn't want to break the truthful word given by his father. So he told, I will not come back. You go, you rule the kingdom. I have to keep up the word of my father. So I will not come back. I will live in the forest as my father has commanded me for 14 years. After that completion, I will come back. Now, many times our Bharata asked him again and again, please come back, please rule the kingdom. But Rama told no. Now, what happened? What did Bharata do? Bharata told, okay, if you are not coming back, if you want to stay in the forest, I'm not going to rule this kingdom. I will stay outside Ayodhya and rule the kingdom only on behalf of you. I will not become the king. I will live like a rishi, like a saint. I will not rule. I will not take anything. I will live on fruits like a yogi. Then what did he tell? He told, I had bought all the things for your coronation here in the forest itself. Now I have this beautiful golden footwear, sandals. So I had bought that. Here are the sandals with gold. I beseech you to stand on them for a moment. Blessed by the touch of your sacred feet, these sandals will become sanctified and they will bear the burden of ruling the world. Rama agreed, smiled at Bharata and stood for a moment wearing the golden sandals as desired by Bharata. He gave them to Bharata after that. Now, what did Bharata, how did he accept that? Bharata prostrated before the sandals and said, my beloved brother, remember, I will live wearing these coarse tree bark and deer skin for the next 14 years. I will retain this matted lock until you remove yours. I will wait for you to come back and I will live outside the city of Ayodhya. My food will be only fruits and roots. I will enthrone these sandals of yours on the throne of Ayodhya. And I will rule the kingdom only on behalf of you. As a representative, the day your banishment is concluded, I must see you, or else I will fall into the blazing fire and end my life. You must keep this in mind. Ramachandra promised, yes, I will, said Rama. He embraced Bharata and Shatrughna and said, Bharata, remember, you must treat your mother, Kaikeyi, don't be angry on her because she banished me to the forest. You must treat your mother with reverence, with respect. Bharata, remember, you must treat your mother with respect. Do not pursue this anger and displeasure on her. I want you to swear in my name and in the name of Sita that you will do so. Tears were flowing freely from the eyes of Ramachandra as he bade farewell to noble Bharata. Bharata took the sandals on his hands and placed them with reverence on his head, and he made a pradakshina to Ramachandra. What is pradakshina? Keeping the Lord to your right, dakshina, and going around circumambulating is called pradakshina. That is a very great practice in India, spiritual practice. They go around the temple, they go around the image doing pradakshina. So now Bharata kept that slippers of Ramachandra and went round Ramachandra 3 times. He went round him and then stood still. Rama went to each one of those people who had come to see him and spoke to them with affection. Finally, he bade farewell to his mothers, to Sumantra, and everybody there with tears in his eyes. The moment had come when they had to leave, and the leave taking was painful on either side. When they left, Rama tottered into the ashram, unable to bear the parting from his dear and beloved people and kinsfolk. See, that's the love. That is the ideal. That is the way how to treat your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your wife. Ideal. Keep the ideal of Ramachandra. Instead of committing maybe 50,000 mistakes, you may come down to 1,000 mistakes. So keep Rama, keep the Lord as your ideal. Then you can raise yourself up to the divine Ramachandra's level. So thank you. Now we will like that go on reading wonderful things from Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana, and getting all those beautiful words and teachings and ideals of Ramachandra, and be blessed. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ram.